All right, class. Renee had some questions about materials, and I want to show that, and then I'm going to do a second video follow-up just to show some other things as well. But with the video stuff, for this first one, we're going to talk about adding paint in. And so first thing I would do is I'd go to Manage, and here's my materials right here. Click on that. With that, I just going through. She's got some hay with materials, some other ones, you know, so on and so forth. I already created videos on how to create a new material. It's right there. Create new material, see? So there's my default new material, and I can right click and rename it. And that would be paint, and let's say new paint. We'll just call it something like that. Alright. So there it is. The graphics, I usually use render appearance for my graphics so that when I'm in different modes I can still see that there's something on there. And then for this, you could come in, you could bring in an image, you could change a color. You know, there's all these different things that you can do. Okay, so there we go. Highlights of the metallic or non-metallic, glossiness, fade, all that. I mean, there's just so many different ways to do all this stuff. But I cover a lot of that in the other videos that you've already probably watched. So this one I'm going to really show is applying paint. Okay, so come into modify, and I'm going to paint this wall back over here. All right, I'm going to go in really quick, and you should never work in realistic. You should only do things that you need to see what's going on and then go back. All right, because if you constantly work in realistic, you tax your machine down and you slow down everything. You really shouldn't have to view things 24/7 in the color mode. You know, as a designer, you should be able to understand and go past that. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to here, which is paint. Grab onto paint, and there's my new paint right there that I just created. Grab onto that, and you'll see that different areas highlight. See, it just highlights. Okay, with paint on, I can paint multiple different surfaces here. I'm just going to paint this right there. See how it's highlighting? Click. There we go. That wall's now painted. Okay. Now the thing is it's going to paint the whole wall. There are ways to paint portions of a wall, and I'll show you real quick one of the ideas here. If I click on this wall, you see this guy right here, split face. Go into there, and you can draw on this. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to click on the wall. There we go. And see how it comes up into our sketch mode? I'm just going to take a rectangle tool, and I'm going to start someplace over here. And let's say I wanted this portion of the wall to be a different color. Check mark it. Now you can't go all the way to the ends. It's one of the little tricks with this one. If it goes all the way to the edge, it'll tell you it doesn't work. Okay? But now I've got this and then this. So I'm going to come in here, zoom out a little bit so you can see what's going on. And go to my paint. This time I'm going to do, let's do this metallic. Here with metallics, we're going to make a metallic red wall, okay? Click. There we go. And then I'm going to go to that yellow again. Click. And inside here, there we go. And that's yellow. Now, do they look darker than this one? Yes, that's because the light's hitting this view and not this view right now. No big deal. But that's how you add paint to a wall. And then if we were to go in at this point and render this, you would see it in a rendered view. Okay? But like I say, don't work in this view, work in hidden line. Alright, hopefully that helps with the paint stuff.